Over here at the Hill, Haley resurfaces Trump remarks mocking veterans in new ad. It goes on to talk about how she wants to challenge him in this and that. GOP presidential candidate Nikki Haley's latest ad showcases former Trump's past remarks mocking veterans as she attempts to ramp up her campaign ahead of the South Carolina primary later this month. Haley's campaign released the roughly 90-second ad Monday after Trump took aim at Haley's husband for being absent. He is serving in the military overseas. The ad includes snippets of news reports discussing past remarks from Trump, including him reportedly calling soldiers who died overseas losers and suckers. Now, I will say this. I'll point out a few things. The losers and suckers comment has been debunked. Okay? In fact, you can check out, get the right one here. Yeah. You can check out this video up here, right? I'll leave a link in the description below to Don't Walk Run Productions. They literally made a video about this like 8 or 9 days ago, something like that, talking about this claim of losers and suckers and it being debunked. A couple of points to make out of that, right? Actually, you know what? Let's watch the ad so you can hear it out of the horse's mouth herself. No pun intended there, no. But just listen to what she has to say, and we'll debunk a couple other things or kind of push back on some of the other claims. Look, they're political opponents. They're going to go after each other, right? I get that. But let's listen to what's being thrown at Trump so we know what's coming.
President Trump says no other president is more with the military than he is, but he's made it an unusual habit for a commander-in-chief of picking fights with and being insensitive to members of the military and their families.
The article said Trump called those who died suckers and losers.
The stunning detail that Trump turned to Kelly on Memorial Day at Arlington National Cemetery in 2017 and asked, "I don't get it. What was in it for them?"
He attacked John McCain, a POW who spent more than 5 years in captivity during the Vietnam War.
I like people that weren't captured, okay?
And now he's attacking retired Admiral Bill McRaven, a former Navy SEAL who oversaw the mission that took out Osama bin Laden.
Donald Trump had a rally today, and in that rally, he mocked my husband's military service. And I'll say this. Donald, if you have something to say, don't say it behind my back. Get on a debate stage and say it to my face. I am proud of Michael's service. Every military spouse knows it's a family sacrifice. I have long talked about the fact that we need to have mental competency tests for anyone over the age of 75. Donald Trump claims that he would pass that. Maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. But if you mock the service of a combat veteran, you don't deserve a driver's license, let alone being president of the United States.
And that's coming from a woman that loves the military industrial complex so much, she married someone in the military. Just think about that. Look, we're going to debunk a couple of things or just point a couple of things out to push back against that video. Made a little list and I'm going to run through it. So if I'm not right here with you and I'm over here, just I'm reading. All right. So first, go check out that video. I'll throw it there again. Bing. Check out that video by Andrew over at Don't Walk Run. Again, link will be in the description because he will go into a much, much deeper dive than I will. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. But the Atlantic wrote about it, saying that there were 4 people with firsthand knowledge that he canceled a visit to the Marne American Cemetery near Paris in 2018. All 4 of those people with firsthand knowledge were anonymous, as they tend to always be. Official White House documentation proves that the decision to not land the helicopter due to weather was made between the Marine Corps, the White House, military office, in collaboration with the Secret Service. So it wasn't Trump saying he didn't want to land, he didn't want to go to it, none of that stuff. In rebuttal, Trump has had 25 people on record debunking all of this. But did that make it into the article or any other articles for that matter? No, not really. Okay, unless you do a deep dive, you probably won't find that. Trump did attack McCain, no doubt about it, right? But McCain was a garbage war hawk politician that had attacked Trump. If you go after him, he will go after you. That's all there is to it. And when he does, there's nothing off limits. When it comes to Trump, there's nothing off limits. Furthermore, Nikki Haley's husband isn't off limits either, right? Anything to shake her up, and that's what it did. They're in a political race right now in the primaries. Don't know why she's still there, but she is. So he's playing the game. And just because someone has served in the military doesn't mean they are void of being criticized. I appreciate the military. I respect the military. I have military in my family. My grandfather was in the military. Our pastor was in the military. Plenty of military people. Love them all. They're great. But just because you worn the uniform doesn't make you void of any criticism that you may have against them. Because here's the thing. I'm going to say this, censor, church people if you don't want to hear the language here, but thank you for your service. But if you're a dick with a uniform, you're still a dick. The uniform doesn't change that. Maybe I'll respect you more, but if you're a dick in the uniform, you're still a dick. Okay? So that doesn't void you of any criticisms at all. Thanks for your service, but don't be a garbage person. And most of the military folks aren't. But there are some that absolutely are, and you are open to criticism, and I think they know it. It's the people that want to stand up and shout, "You can't criticize my husband" or whatever. It's those people that probably just need to sit this one out. All right, let's take a look at this other article. Again, this is about good old Haley. Haley challenges Trump on her home turf in South Carolina as a Republican primary looms. He doesn't need to, though. He doesn't need to debate you. He is well ahead in the polls. Check this out. So as it stands right now, the 2024 GOP nomination, who would you vote for today? This is a CBS News poll from YouGov back in February 5th through 10th, it looks like. So just a couple of weeks old. 65% of the people that took the poll, 65% said Trump, 30% said Haley. Haley has not done anything these primaries against Trump. Trump is blowing her out of the water. Now, there is still hope for Haley yet, just like in any of the other primaries that we've had in any of the other states. If the Democrats can vote in the Republican primary or claim to be undeclared, Haley might have a shot of putting up some numbers. But if you'll go back and watch our show last week and look at some of these other shows, not just ours, okay, not just Morning Mayhem, but there's plenty other out there, all right, that explored all the Democrats who said they were undeclared, voted in the Republican primaries for Haley, but then said they would vote for Biden if it was between Haley and Biden. So they're not undeclared. They're not conservatives. They're Democrats, and they're saying they're undeclared so they can participate in the Republican primaries. And I don't want to use the word cheat, but they want to take advantage of the system so they can vote against Trump and get Haley in there to go against Biden. Friends, while I got you, I want to talk to you real quick about a company that I've mentioned several times. I'm a big fan of, Coffee Brand Coffee. Coffee Brand Coffee serves people who are sick of the gimmicky companies who offer marketing in place of truly great fresh roasted coffee. The fulfillment and roasting facilities are located right here in the United States. Each purchase is hand roasted to order. That means they wait until they receive your order before they fire up the roaster. Lastly, it's just delicious coffee. It's absolutely wonderful. For the best coffee, tea, or cocoa, visit coffeebrandcoffee.com. Use promo code MAYHEM, right, y'all, and save yourself 10% off your next purchase. Direct link will be in the description below.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out this clip from the Morning Mayhem. Remember, this is just a portion of the full show that comes out every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If you hadn't already, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the full shows or these tasty little nuggets.